Joined right now by one parent, Lizette Rosenblatt, a mother whose daughter was, thankfully, able to escape from the school unharmed. Lizette, first of all...
Today, something we never thought we'd experience.
So this is like, I don't even know what episode this is of my premium podcast experience.
Indeed.
The Verdict. I don't know if you guys checked out my new logo or not yet.
It's dope. I've seen it.
Yeah, the new artwork for the podcast, ushering in a new direction for where we're going, you know, for the rest of 2018, for season 2. This is, I guess, somewhere along the way, I guess this became season 2 of The Verdict. Welcome to season 2. You know, myself, even I was surprised. I was like, okay, shit. So I'm here today with Rick Mills, the producer. I think you've been on the show a couple of times before. Actually, he was on the show like the last 2 to 3 episodes.
Okay, yeah, it was like, definitely twice. Definitely like twice, yep.
Yeah, something like that. So, all right, I'm going to just jump straight into, well, first of all, this episode probably, even though I'm recording it today, it'll probably come out today, which is 420. So,
hey.
If that's, important to you anymore, then grow up, man. Just grow up. Every day is, is really the same day. So if you're waiting on a random day in April to, knock the edge off, then I don't want to see you on 421 or I don't even want to see you on 419. But, shout out to everybody who doing their thing, however they got to do it. So, yeah, man, I don't have much chit chat, so I'm going to just jump super straight into the episode.
Let's get into it.
All right. So first thing I wanted to start with, perusing the headlines, something that kept popping up was, I guess, the 2 black men in Starbucks. Did you hear something about that?
Man. I heard about it.
What'd you hear about it?
2 guys that got arrested at Starbucks for nothing, waiting for somebody. And I was like, okay, I seen the video of it. And
that's about the gist of what happened. That's about what, actually, I would say, that's about 99%, how it went down, with missing a few small details that really don't make a shit one way or the other. But
right.
So 2 guys apparently waiting on a business associate to meet them at Starbucks. Were profiled, in quotation marks, profiled,
right?
Based off of them, I guess, hanging out. My whole thing was, when I saw it, like, I've gone to Starbucks plenty of times to just post up and use the free Wi-Fi.
Me too.
Like, I mean, everybody does that. This is what I thought you wanted us to do, that. Come in here, sit down, because then some of those times I find myself like, damn,
right,
that lemon cake smelling good right now.
Exactly right.
It's smelling good right now. Like, let me go ahead and scoop that.
Delicioso.
Right. Can I have it warmed up, please? But so I was taken back by that. Like,
right. It didn't sit well with me either. I was like, something else had to happen. It's like, what am I missing? That was my angle when I first heard it. Like, because like you said, I've gone to Starbucks myself plenty of times and just post up, and I might get me a caramel macchiato, or however you say it, upside down, extra whipped cream, and so I was taken back myself.
True. So I saw that, of course, it started the same old conversation, which at this point I'm really just tired of, like, turning on TV and seeing people being discriminated against because of their color. It's just like, okay, enough is enough, man.
Yeah.
Enough is enough.
Absolutely.
But I couldn't understand why they were arrested.
That's why I was, what am I missing here? I saw the video. When I saw the video, and I saw how many police or enforcers that were involved.
Colonizers? So, but yeah. So, like, per my understanding, a business owner can ask you to leave if you're being, one way or another. If you're occupying, a limited amount of space for a prolonged period of time, or if you're behaving some type of way, a business owner can ask you to leave.
Absolutely.
Within right. But like, can you know what I'm saying? Why are you being Why are they being arrested though? Like when the police came and the business owner was like, "Yo, I need them gone." Why didn't you just go up to them and say, "Hey, we need you to leave. You have to leave right now. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. I don't want to shoot you. I don't want to do nothing. I just need you to leave right now. Like I need you, your homie, whoever coming. I need all of y'all to stop doing this and then just go someplace else." Like, why didn't that happen instead of like, "Oh, now we're going to arrest you"? Like, why?
I'm wondering maybe if they were like, if that conversation was brought up and they were like, no, we're not leaving. We have a right to be here. We meet here every week.
I would hope not, because I'm not fighting. You know.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
What I read was that they were approached, like they were sitting there posted. I'm assuming waiting on the other gentleman.
Right.
And one of them motioned to go to the bathroom. And then somebody, I guess the manager was in there like, "Nah, you can't use this bathroom. It's for customers only." And so, I don't know, an interaction probably occurred right there where, you know, words were probably said, you know, back and forth. So, because when I read further into the article, one of the guys who was arrested, he was saying, like, "I didn't even know it was a problem until, you know, here come police and they're walking in my direction. I'm automatically knowing, you know, they're about to come talk to me."
Right. Okay.
So I don't know, you know, of course there's always three sides to a situation, but
Indeed.
I just couldn't understand why these niggas is getting arrested.
Right.
And what's going on. Like,
it was so, it just seemed so extreme to me when I saw the video, because I think I saw the video before, like, I just remember, and I was like, damn, it's like 6 of these motherfuckers. Like, what's going on here?
the same thing that goes on. And then, you know, the police chief or whatever, he's a black man. He got on TV. He was just like, "Man, you know, they didn't do nothing wrong." He later on said something different.
As far as the police didn't do
Right.
anything correct, right? Yeah, I thought I saw that too. I was like, wow.
Right. He later came back and was like, "I should have had said something else,"
And-
you know. But at the same time, like, yo, nigga, no, you should have had said that at the beginning. Like, when you're a black man and you witnessing another black man, like, being a victim of racism, you don't think how to be politically correct at that moment. Like, bro, fuck all this shit. Like, fuck all the everything. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, what's going on?
Even if at the bare minimum you don't take that position to not say what the fuck you said.
Right. I mean, damn. Like, what's going on, man? So, I don't know. I just thought that was bugged out, man. Just, you know, more proof that, you know, the world is really fucked up right now. Apparently, I didn't even notice. Apparently, you know, niggas is sending missiles and niggas is talking about war this and that third. I'm like, yo, don't nobody come for me to do nothing.
Shit is crazy.
Don't nobody come for me, because if niggas think I'm finna go someplace else and fight they battles, then it's gonna be World War IV in my fucking front lawn.
On site.
Right, nigga. Shit, you gonna be dual warling, nigga. Like, you gonna be fighting 2 niggas at once, bro. Like, don't do it to yourself. Just leave me alone and go do what you gonna do with them other niggas, bro.
For real.
I kind of wanted to rip on Tristan Thompson a little bit, but I don't know if I'm still in the mood to like if I really care enough to like.
I could dig that.
Really, you know what I'm saying? Other than, you know, him just being an idiot but being involved with idiots, it's whatever. What I really wanted, I think, would be more interesting for the people that listen to this. I don't think you watch Atlanta though, right?
I don't.
Yeah, so we really can't even talk about it. But what I will say is that you're familiar with Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So he's got a show. It's very surreal at moments, but it's also very, you know, reminiscent of like what actual black people go through and not what TV black people go through or,
okay.
you know, gangster hip hop black people go through. But just like, you know, that middle ground of people trying to do what they got to do. So, you know, a lot of people enjoyed it the first season. I myself, you know, was one of them. And then the second season came and it just seemed like he had locked himself in the room and watched Get Out a whole bunch of times, and then, you know, tried to recreate that basically almost every episode. All this extra weird shit going on, murder, suicide, fucking, you know, German festivals, just all this weird, shit he had going on. So I wanted to get, you know, another opinion on it if somebody else felt like the quality was off or that, you know, it was lacking or subpar, but we probably won't even really be able to get into it. So,
yeah, I definitely had heard about it, the series though.
I mean, it's one of those things you probably should be watching though.
A lot of my buddies in the group chat talk about it. I'm just, one of those cats. I don't watch much, but I did hear a few of them say, something to the extent that, this season wasn't as good as the last one.
Right. Okay. So that's the overall general consensus.
Yeah, I would say, and I'll check it out. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I check it out here and there. I'm just that guy who don't watch much TV, but
I think that when people say they don't watch much TV, that they are full of shit and they be lying.
I'm
Nigga, you watch TV.
But you know what? What it is more, I would say when people say that they don't watch TV, I would say that they're on like social media as much as one watches TV.
Okay.
Or even more, because that's like the substitute for me. Like I don't watch like TV. Like it's very seldom, unless I'm like at your crib and it's on and it's a chill moment. I'm like, all right, we chilling. But like me turning on the TV, not happening. But I'm always on fucking Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat.
Doing what?
Just I don't fucking know.
Right. I mean, it's the world we live in. It's like we have to be connected to this, unit or whatever. But it just is how things are at this moment. But so we can't talk about Atlanta. I don't feel like talking about Tristan Thompson anymore. So we're gonna jump straight ahead to this upcoming music calendar, like for urban rap and hip hop. A lot of official dates just got posted. I'm not sure if you're familiar with any of them, like Kanye, Pusha T, Cudi, Drake.
Kanye has shaken up the internet.
Of those albums, I would say from the Drake, Kanye, Cudi, Pusha, which one of those would you say you would be most anticipating?
I would say Cudi.
Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at that. I'm a Cudi fan. He is, though, like, on a string of, like, bullshit-ass music with me. So it's like, if this right here isn't something other than humming, you know what I'm saying, and harmonizing, then, I might have to, like, exit stage left. Like, we might have to part ways as far as,
straw, right?
Business, as far as me giving you my money and my time and my attention and stuff like that.
And I was trying to decide between him and Kanye.
I mean, anything Kanye does is like at the top of the list.
I'm so anxious to hear what this album is going to be.
But of those albums, I myself am most anticipating the Pusha T album. Like this finally, not even because I mean, I'm sure I like the Kanye and the Cudi better. Right. It's just like, nigga, we've been waiting on this for like 20 years. Like, it's been a long time, bro. You were saying this album was coming. Here it is. It's like right around the corner. This shit better.
Be Krisnak.
Better, bro. I want to press play and then just stop looking at the controls altogether until the end of the album. Like, better be nice, bro. But if it don't, there's, other options to fall back on. I know the Code just came out today.
Right.
And,
Yep.
Unpopular opinion, I'm not really feeling it like I wanted to feel it. It's cool, and there's a lot of like deep messages, and he's saying some things, but I mean,
for his catalog, just as for
it's only been one day, and I've only listened to it like twice, all the way through twice.
And I heard a piece of one song, and my girlfriend is a huge fan of J. Cole. She mentioned that she wasn't too impressed what she had heard from the album, and to me that was shocking because like she's a huge J. Cole fan.
Right, I'm a Cole fan, and to me I just felt like it took the while. Like the second half, like from like maybe song 4 or 5 to the end, it's pretty dope. There's about 5 to 6 songs back there that I like, but those first like 3 to 4 songs, it's kind of like.
One thing I didn't like, or what kind of, before I even heard the record, or I mean any of the records, when they revealed the names, I was just thrown off like the 3 kids on drugs.
You talking about kids on drugs, King overdose, and
King overdosed,
killing our demons.
and it was just so broad.
Right. Like, when niggas do stuff like that, it's like, you grasping at straws almost. Like, you got a concept and you want me to hang on to it. I get it. But it's just so, like, abstract. It's like all this interpretation. And you want me to be like, examining it like art, which is fine. I get that. But it's like, every single time out it's like that. And it's like sometimes, like, my nigga, it's a little, I don't have as much time to digest albums like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
So there has to be some portion of, a lot of times these people, they put out albums, they're so short and they're meant to be played through from like start to finish.
Short and sweet. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Okay. Well, that was.
I mean, like,
okay.
I was just like, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, all of these names. If it was just like kids on drugs, I would have been cool with it. Like, okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna listen to it some more. I'm definitely gonna listen to it some more. I don't think that it's gonna grow any more. But I was expecting something like, whenever Kendrick puts out music, people act like the world is about to stop. And, everyone needs to stop what they're doing and listen to this. And I will agree, in most cases, you probably might want to check out what's going on over there.
Definitely.
But I always felt like, Cole was, right there, even more so then. So it's just like, okay, the last 2 or 3 times, you haven't really, like, stopped the world.
Indeed. And that's what I'm getting at. Like, you're Cole. What are you doing right now? I think he's a little bit too lost in the sauce.
Right.
Instead of capitalizing off of what he is to hip hop.
Right. Like, for instance, on this album, he still mentions, things that happen in Fayetteville and, being, in North Carolina and repping North Carolina, I fucking love that. But
yeah.
It's like, at a certain point, my nigga, you might want to, like, expand beyond, what I'm saying, what you do.
And if not, because Kendrick is taking taking it to crazy levels, and with those guys being compared and in the same lane, Cole, having the opportunity to do some of those same things. It's just like it's like where you like. I just feel like he's getting lost in the sauce with it.
Right, and he makes, I would say, almost all of his music like by himself. So he produces, he's writing his own raps, he's doing all his own hooks. I think, some diversity on his album a lot of times would mix it up well there too. Like, obviously, it's apparent you don't really want to do that, but I mean that's a good thing. Especially when you're somebody who doesn't normally do it. Like, if you do it all the time, like The Game, sometimes it's like a Game album is like, you barely hearing the Game, but because he got so many features. So it would be flip flop. Like, I would not mind a Game album where it was like 7 to 9 songs of him just by himself doing this thing. But it's like, Cole, you done that like 4 times in a row. That's now, right. My nigga. Like,
and if you're listening to your fans,
right,
you should understand, the feedback, and
right. Yeah, I mean, you should
adjust there too.
And I was real excited because I saw him, in the studio with Swiss Beats. I thought that, Swiss Beats was going to be doing some beat. And like, that was another thing too on the album. Like, the production is non-existent.
And that's
non-existent.
And I'm saying you can't get so, even, and it's weird with artists and any type of artistry. You can't get so consumed in your, artistry that, you forget that, people, expect a certain, thing from you or love you for a certain thing. I mean, you can, but then that level that you've reached or that perspective that people hold you in or held you in at one point starts to deplenish.
It starts to deplenish. Like, I'm going to respect you forever for having integrity to your craft. But, as far as, am I going to support you forever? I might not.
Even when I said, like, with my girlfriend, when she was like, just briefly, like, I wasn't really, and I was like, damn, because I know how much of a big
Right.
Cole fan she was, and he shook the world up for us. I mean, I seen how quickly once the word got out that he was dropping this album, like,
I wanted him to just come out. I hate, like, for you to say it's coming out a couple of days beforehand. Just put it out. He should have had just woke up this morning and put it out straight Beyonce, and then just seen what would have happened.
And then maybe would have had a different feel, because people were so. I mean, I saw a fucking meme where it was like guys shooting dice, and he was like, "Yo, Cole's album about to drop," and the guy started like crying, and he was like, "I'm out here shooting dice and drinking lean, and I don't even like this shit, but Cole the Real is back." And then, like, for a real J. Cole fan to be like I wasn't really.
It's good
that
though.
That kind of hurt me.
Nah, it's good though. It's very dope. It is very, very dope. But it's just like, okay, it's just one of those things. I don't know how long
I gotta check it out.
Yeah,
I gotta check it out, man.
It's dope, but it's like the production's non-existent. It's a little, rough to get through in parts, but I enjoy it for what it is. But it's only so many of those before you lose you lose your ranking. You know what I'm saying? It's only so many. I enjoy it for what it is, and then you lose your ranking. Like Big Sean. To me was like up there with those guys, and then he put out 3 to 4 projects where I'm like, yeah, I enjoy it for what it is, but it's like I don't rush back and listen to it no more. Like I don't listen to you like I was listening to you, so I now knock you down like.
Out of this,
out of contention for the niggas who I'm listening to. So, oh man. So anyway, what else? So I don't know if there's anything else relevant with new music that I really want to give my 2 cents on. A Drake album's coming. It'll be what it is.
Drake is Drake.
Yeah, Drake is Drake. That's all I really can say about him.
And I do have to. I have a lot of respect for Drake. I just saw the clip when he did the. From when he was like on Degrassi and he did the Cribs, and I remember he picked up his CD book and he had hella CDs in there, and he was just expressing his love for music, and he spit like 4 bars, and it was dope to me. Even then, it was like, it was something kind of corny, but it was dope as fuck at the same time.
Whatever. Is that the same episode he had the microphone, the autograph microphone?
I'm not sure, man. Where he showed his mom. He walked through the house and whatnot. Like his grandma, he was saying like, "This is the one where I sneak her like chocolates or something, and she give me some extra money." Was it that episode?
I don't know. I don't recall really. It's been so long since I've seen that particular episode. But I do know that there was like a clip of him. It might not even been Cribs, but just him.
Okay.
Just going off about this Pusha T microphone. This is back when Pusha T was his favorite rapper. Going off about this microphone, autographed microphone. Turned out the whole thing was fake.
Oh wow!
Not the clip of him, but the microphone.
The whole ordeal. How did that come to play? That was fake.
Because, well, according to young Theodore,
okay,
he claims that he never, signed any microphone, never autographed any microphone.
Oh
wow. Or anything like that.
Okay.
So it's impossible that for such an object to exist. So I mean, I don't know if he was trying to flex on them, but them was his words.
Wow.
So
okay, and there it is.
Right. So off of music though.
All right.
We'll go ahead and jump into some of my segments. So lately I've been doing the segments called Rappers Who Went to Jail this week. And up until very recently, there was plenty of fodder for me to talk about as far as rappers who had gone to jail. The dope thing, I'm going to start off with some good things.
Okay.
This time, though, is that there's actually 2 guys getting out of jail. 2 rappers about to get out of jail.
Okay, that's a good thing. Definitely.
Right. One of which is Kodak Black.
Okay, yeah.
Which I find myself, liking his music more and more and more. Like, there's progression there, there's depth to it, and there's, replayability. And, there's just like a rawness that, I find, entertaining. But so I'm, definitely, waiting for him to come back. And I feel like, he's somebody who when he went to jail this time, he had posted some like video on the gram or whatever. I feel like that was like, I think that personally, just based off of his character, I think that he's somebody who will not make the same mistakes. Even if he makes different mistakes or he makes new mistakes, because he's been behind bars so much, there hasn't been a lot of time for him to make mistakes. So even if he makes different ones, I don't feel like, we'll see him, guns and weed on his person, or posting videos to the gram about anything dumb like that, which is why which is different than like a Meek Mill who gets out of jail, first thing he gonna do, drop a hot song in a video of him talking about how he flaming on his haters and he da 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 and all this other bullshit. So
that was the dumbest shit ever to get canned for. Fucking, being on Instagram on live with shit that is in direct conflict with your situation.
Like this, what niggas don't understand, bro. If you got money, if you don't got money, bro. If you out here on papers, bro, you gotta be low.
And you can't, at that point, you can't play any type of racial cards or
nothing.
I mean, it's like how crazy, and I think his son was there as well.
Right, at the time.
I would think that someone cares enough about him to not let him make this same mistake again either. I hope he, realized that, the situation that he is in, how quickly it could be, removed for some ignorant shit that was unnecessary as it fucking was. He shouldn't have lost a dime of show money, anything, been away from your family.
That was very irresponsible.
Away from the fans, from this goofy ass shit that, you know what I'm saying? So,
Understandable. So, check out this next guy who just got out of jail.
Who?
Orlando Brown. He just got out. He was released like a few days ago, but did you see the video of him getting arrested? The bounty hunter broke in old buddy's house, and he goes like, "What is this? What is this?
What is this, son?
I can't wait to add that sound clip. Like, that's mine forever."
Bro, what is this?
That nigga, what is this? Nigga, you know what this is. You know what the fuck going on.
Hey, you know what the fuck going on.
Like, nigga, you know what the fuck going on, bro. Get up. Get up.
Bro, what is this?
What is this? He was in the closet talking about, what is this, sir?
I was so hurt to see my boy in that situation.
What is this, son?
I knew he was out there, going through it. He even had the Kinglish brand on. He showed us some love.
Bro was repping Kinglish?
What is this, son?
Like, he showed us love on like 2 or 3 videos. But I don't even want to mention that now. Like, that shit was like
that shit
fucked up.
Bad
He
for
was
your brain.
like, what is this? Like, yo. You know what the fuck? What the fuck going on?
Like, what is this,
that
sir?
way. It's for your ass.
Right, nigga. And then just all that extra weird shit he was doing. It was the middle of the day. You was in the closet. You didn't have no pants on.
What is this, son?
And then when they got to the car and you was looking around like, bro was talking to him and he was just looking around like nigga, you lost? I'm fucking telling you what it is, so don't fucking ask me what is this no more. But that shit had me dying.
Yo, man, it was fucking embarrassing for him, and whatever he has going on, I definitely hope that he gets help, because I mean they were treating him like shit. I mean,
they were treating him like shit in that particular clip. They were treating him like shit, but the day he got out, I guess he still had those same clothes on, so he asked the guy who was shooting the video. There were two gentlemen shooting a video. One of them was wearing a suit, and so he asked the buddy wearing the suit, could he have it? And bruh gave it to him.
So he didn't have any pants on.
He still did not have pants on.
Yo, that was fucked up. And our fucking bounty hunters.
I don't want to touch you without pants on.
Are they police? Like,
no, that's
call the police. Fuck out of here. Like, call the police.
But, I mean, calling the police will be like, okay, well, we can be in here, and we don't have to do all this shit. You still come with us. So it's still a lose-lose situation. You may as well just go. But at the same time, your bounty hunters, they skirt the law. Because, look, what are you going to do?
That shit crazy, man.
Right, niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
This
why.
shit was fucked up. They ran down on Orlando Brown.
Right, they definitely did. Is Orlando in here? The white dude was like, she doesn't know English.
He's like, this is my friend. He's like, I'm gonna fight for my friend.
I'm gonna fight for what's mine. Get the fuck out of the way. They knocked that white man down and grabbed that nigga. Get the hounds.
Man, I was like, damn, Orlando Brown. Like, I was mad as fuck. Like, I was like,
right. But, it was funny because when I saw that, I mean, if I saw that the day it had happened, I would have thought, like, damn, this is sad seeing you in this situation again. But the day that I read that, he was out. So it was like, okay, this situation is kind of funny to me. You already through it. So this situation is a little hilarious to me. But apart from that, so... them was the only rappers that I saw who really had any type of legal things going on. Though the judge told Meek Mill he wasn't getting out no time soon.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, she was just like, you're not going nowhere. Basically, in not in those words, I'm paraphrasing, but her words were very close. But Meek Mill not getting out no time soon. If the judge got anything to say about it. So
I thought he was fucking out. I saw fucking videos.
No, I don't think he coming home no time soon.
Okay, cool.
So there wasn't a lot of rappers, but what there was a lot of football players beating up their wives, and what was crazy was just how many were going on at the same time, yet they being suspended for a game or two, or maybe none at all while pending investigation and stuff like that. Like, so it's just like if you play in the NFL, you can basically like beat up your wife. Like some nigga, Reuben Foster, he beat the girl so bad her fucking eardrum ruptured. Like, how you beat somebody and their eardrum rupture? Like, what angle are you hitting them at?
You're a football player,
right? You're
punching
fucking
a woman
right
in her head.
Right. You're 20 feet tall, 1,000 pounds of muscle. She's fucking, 180 pounds soaking wet and, frail as fuck.
You, Muhammad Ali hooking her.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They say the boy Fabulous knocked out like multiple Emily B's teeth. We don't know that for sure. But,
Yeah.
I'm still running with it because it's like, you got to prove to me otherwise, really.
And she was pretty dramatic in that one video that I saw.
Right. Not only Reuben Foster, though, but Nick Gordon, he just went to jail.
Same thing? Same deal?
Yeah, domestic violence.
Wow.
Being suicidal. And then, domestic.
Suicidal. Okay,
right, but
you better be suicidal after beating your wife.
Right. Then there was a couple of other cats. Somebody had broke a girl's jaw, another football player. But just
that's
like
crazy.
4 to 5 football players right now are battling domestic violence charges. Adrian Broner has a domestic violence case against him right now. Like, I'm from a school where I just believe everybody should keep their hands to themselves.
Indeed, absolutely.
Because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how to react once you start putting your hands on me.
Right.
But I also don't have millions of dollars, so that's adding to the stress of you putting your hands on me. Like if I had millions of dollars,
right,
I don't know that I'd really be so upset about, some person who cannot hurt me. That's like, your mom slapping you in the face. And
absolutely.
You squaring up. Like, all right, well, fuck you then. Bitch, knocking your mom out like a fucking old buddy that Chris Brown used to beef with.
Oh,
what was that nigga name? Eva Longoria, baby, whatever. That nigga.
Yeah.
Used to beat up his mom and Eva, and I guess any other fucking young lady he could run across. Man, these niggas really be out here beating bitches up, bro. Like,
I don't. It's weird as fuck. I don't know, man. What's going on? We just ran through about 4 football players. That's crazy.
And that was all I could, remember that I got written down. But it's plenty more, bro. It's a whole bunch more.
That's ridiculous. Interesting. Like, what's the besides them putting the hands on the female? What's the what the fuck is going on here?
Man, that's what happens when you got young dudes, 23, 24. You give them $50 million, and then they shit don't stink. Suddenly, it doesn't stink anymore.
That's crazy. That's unacceptable. Hope those young ladies have some brothers or some uncles.
They usually do, but I mean, don't nothing ever happen. The nigga still goes on to play football.
And that's ridiculous, but
I mean, shit.
Kaepernick got released from Seahawks workout because he refused to stop kneeling.
Right.
I heard you mention one of those players got suspended or some shit.
Might have been, but we were waiting to a pending investigation.
That's crazy.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You can beat your wife. If you play football, you can beat your wife so bad and rupture her fucking eardrum and still play. But, if you want to, like, stand up for what you believe in or, like, speak your mind, nigga, get out of here.
So those are your type of representations acceptable for the NFL.
Right. NFL, affiliated and endorsed. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why, that just adds to the reasons I don't watch football. Football is boring.
Yeah.
It's boring.
Yeah.
Football is boring. As soon as the action gets started, they stop. It's so many fucking, stop and go. Football is boring. And on top of it being boring, these niggas is risking their life. Like when they 50, 60, they're going to be suffering from fucking, concussion, CTE. Like, I don't want to support that. And on top of that, y'all niggas have nasty, disgusting habits. Like, bro, just, do what you do. You can't even smoke, but not only can you not speak your mind, you also can't smoke weed in the NFL. Like, if you smoke weed, niggas, you might be out for the season if niggas catch weed in your system. But I'd be out here beating your wife up. Niggas be like, he's learned his lesson.
Yeah, he's suspended for a game.
Yeah, slap on the wrist. Boys will be boys.
Because my man knocked out, it was crazy.
Right.
He slammed Cole, knocked her out.
Right.
He's still playing or some shit, right?
He back now. I think he's back now. But he had to sit down for a minute. But
that was so crazy, so extreme.
He only sat down. Teams wanted him, but they didn't want to deal with that backlash. But it wasn't like, oh, well, you can't play because A, your inability, and B, because we don't want you. We want you, but we don't want to deal with this backlash. So once that blew over and enough other football players beat their wives up, now, we don't have to talk about him because there's Reuben Foster,
crazy,
rupturing bitches' eardrum and shit.
Crazy.
Right. So yeah, just a wild week, man, for the NFL. For I tried to come up with some clever analogy, which referenced the letters NFL to beating up bitches, but I never really dedicated the time to do it.
No females live.
Right. Nigga, none of them living comfortable. Shit. Fucking get fucking
toes.
Yeah.
I can knock that in your
Right, bitch. You better be fucking on guard 24/7.
Sleeping with earmuffs on.
Right. You could get headbutt, your eardrum ruptured, fucking knocked out cold on the elevator. And bruh, if they didn't have footage of that man knocking her unconscious, he would have had played, bruh. He would have had played.
Absolutely.
He would have played. He would have, you know what I'm saying? He would have a different career. But because we got video footage of you fucking, fight
so
night
people,
hooking her ass.
Man, right, yeah.
Like come on, man. Right, bro. Like, come on, man. You niggas, bro, like, get it together, bro.
I cannot grasp that behavior. I understand, we're humans.
And you get frustrated.
But you should, I only understand. I don't understand being verbal and getting frustrated to the point where you're touching.
Right. When we're about to get verbal, why don't we just walk away?
And
let's walk away.
What I do understand is someone being human, and if you slap me and someone reacting and slapping back,
right?
That's
that's an equivalent exchange.
Now, if with that type of situation, I could say I'm not condoning that what he did, but
I'm understanding people are human,
and it wasn't like but that's the only type of but anything outside of that. These motherfuckers just busting the like.
But at the same time, I get that we're human, right? But
right.
Dig this: if you walking and a bee stung you, would you fucking like track down that bee's fucking hive and fucking, go to town, burn it the fuck up? Like, just be like, oh, nigga, like, I'm fucking the king here. I'm right. Like, don't fucking inconvenience me ever again. Like, I mean, a woman hitting you, unless it's fucking Layla Ali, like, I mean, okay, yeah, it might have stung and it might have made you mad, but, you got to regain your senses, my nigga. Like,
only saying that, not even saying that it's okay if that happens, but that we're human and sometimes there's reactions.
Sometimes things happen, which is why I'm a very big supporter of everybody keep their hands to themselves.
Absolutely.
And
First
nobody
and
gets
foremost. Hit. Right. Let's have some respect here.
If everybody keeps their hands to themselves, then nobody gets hit.
We can agree to disagree. We don't have to, feel the same way about anything. But definitely
don't touch me.
No one should be touching anyone.
Yeah, don't touch me. And I there's because beside that, you can't take me to that level to where I need to. You can't say nothing to him, be like, I'm about to fucking hit you. I'm about to hit. Put him up. Put him up. Put him up. Who ain't do them dishes? Put him up. Fucking knock you out. Knock you into the fuck. Like what, man? Then calm the fuck down, man. Go spend your millions. Go spend your millions, man.
Absolutely.
But
oh wow.
Other than that, okay. So, and I've been waiting for this the whole episode for a segment of. I'm gonna flip it this time. Instead of 2 cons and 1 truth,
okay,
it's actually 2 truths and 1 con.
Okay.
So 2 of these stories. So I'm gonna read you 3 stories, right? 3 things.
All right.
2 of them happened, for real, and 1 of them I made up.
Okay.
So I want you to tell me which one I made up.
All right.
All right. So, a 29-year-old woman in Louisiana was arrested for breaking and entering when a homeowner had came in and found that this young woman had broken into her house and was in her bathtub taking a bath, eating Cheetos.
Okay. That's
okay?
it?
That's it. That's the scenario.
Okay.
She was arrested.
29,
Louisiana, B&E, and was arrested. She was found taking a bath, eating Cheetos.
Just a regular B&E.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she broke in and she entered. She didn't steal anything other than some soap and water and Cheetos. Probably some electricity too.
Okay.
So,
okay. What's the next one?
All right, so the next one, right? 59-year-old man in Michigan charged with aggravated assault after beating a homeless man who asked for a bite of his burger.
59-year-old man beat a homeless man for asking a bite of his burger.
Right. Homeless man asked him for a bite of his burger, and he beat his ass.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. So, the third and final scenario. 20-year-old woman, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, shit.
Charged with felony child abuse after posting a video of her smoking a blunt with a 1-year-old.
Okay. That's crazy. First of all, I heard about that shit, so I know that's true.
All right, so I gave you a bone there. So one of those other scenarios is fake, and one of them's true. The 29-year-old woman in Louisiana, or the 59-year-old man in Michigan.
Had not I seen that video with the Raleigh girl, I would have definitely thought that was fucking fake.
Wasn't that fucking stupid? Like, people are just fucking dumb.
Absolutely.
Like, even if you, once again, I'm not gonna, knock niggas, especially inexperienced people who, make mistakes. But why are you documenting your mistakes?
Why is this?
Why would that be smart?
Out? Why is this?
Like, if you did that and no one had ever knew, then it would just be that. But why are you documenting it and then showing me? What do you think I'm gonna do?
I would have definitely thought that was the one that was fucking not true. Just I wouldn't think that anyone was dumb enough to fucking that would, we would be talking about that shit.
Right. But, I like how, it tied in nicely with the 420 holiday. So,
absolutely,
don't get too high and do dumb shit like that.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why you want to continue with your everyday lifestyle. on 420 and not get like too fucking
Right,
about
don't-
it's 420.
right,
or you doing
yeah,
dumb
chill,
shit.
my
like,
nigga.
Everybody getting it's 420. It's cool for the fucking 6-month-old to get high to giving the baby shotguns. And shit.
Right, right.
fuck?
Like we've had the hot box with the with the baby.
In the car seat,
Right.
fucking choking. You think it's yeah. So okay, let's.
So
see.
which
What-
one of the other ones is fake though, my nigga?
Okay, fucking 59-year-old.
I'm gonna read them
beat
again.
fucking,
A 59-year-old man in Michigan charged with aggravated assault after beating a homeless man who asked for a bite of his burger. All right, and there's a 29-year-old woman in Louisiana who was arrested for breaking and entering after she was found in the bathtub eating Cheetos.
Damn, which one of those is fake, man? Those both is crazy as fuck. First of all, what the fuck?
The crazy thing, bruh, is that one of those stories is true.
Yeah, that's crazy as fuck. Like
One of those stories is
all
true.
right, I'm gonna go ahead and say that but we got motherfucking smoking out 1-year-old. So
Right.
I'm gonna say that the Cheetos in the tub is not true.
Okay.
Maybe this 59-year-old dude was fucking drunk.
Okay. So that's your answer. That's your final answer. The 59.
Final answer.
Bet. All right. So the fake story was actually the 59-year-old man in Michigan.
What?
Right. I made that one up. Yeah, I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
Okay, you got me.
I'm getting
this
better.
time. Yeah.
I'm getting better. With that misdirection, I even blatantly threw out a story that you might have had heard about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm getting better at the overall misdirection of the
got
thing.
me. Yeah, you definitely got me this time.
Right. So the 29-year-old woman, of course she was black. That did happen. Person did come home and was like, yo, somebody ate all my Cheetos and they're still eating my Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Get the fuck outta here,
yeah, like,
man.
somebody sleeping in my bed. But so that was real, bruh. Like that really happened. I was a little shocked to see that. Just because I don't know what goes on through people's heads, man. I don't know what's going on with her or this girl smoking a blunt with the baby, then posting it on Facebook. Like, it just don't make a whole lot of sense, but it is what it is, though, bro.
Yeah, man. Was there any type of explanation behind that shit, though?
No, because once the video went up, she was arrested that same day or a few days after, I think. And then from there, I think the Facebook is just down completely.
Okay.
Like the Facebook has been removed. I'm not sure if you can find the video. I've seen the video because I wanted to see it for myself. And the baby does put a blunt-like object. No. The mother puts a blunt-like object to the baby's mouth.
Correct.
And the baby imitates the mother, and then smoke leaves the baby's mouth.
What is this, son?
Same thing I saw.
Right. So once I saw that smoke leaving the baby's mouth, I was just like, man, you people are fucking nuts.
Bro, what is this?
Yeah, man. Sad, man. It's very sad, very sad, very sad.
True. So, but what I can say is that hopefully that mother gets some, help or some type of assistance, and the baby as well. And
that was the last blunt that
right,
the baby.
Right.
With that, God works in mysterious ways.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Who knows what can happen? So anyway, other than that though, I think I might have gassed this whole ordeal before what we was doing. Oh, you know what? One thing I wanted to talk about, super brief. I wanted to let other niggas know while I had you on the show.
Okay.
So this is a public service announcement. The verdict.
PSA.
When you go to a public bathroom and you do whatever you've done inside the public bathroom,
man,
you then go, of course, and you wash your hands.
I hope so.
Please go and wash your hands. But for those of you who was thinking it was a game just because you was washing your hands and you was using the air dryer, you was actually spraying shit all over your hands. I was doing this too, my nigga. Every one of us. Spraying shit all over your hands. There's shit particles that hang out in the bathroom. They get sucked up into that mug, and then they get sprayed out onto your hands when you dry your hands off. Now, I told you that a few days ago, and then you said you saw it on the news.
Man, it was fucking nuts, man. So we fucking doing whatever, and he proceeds to tell me this shit, and I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Like, there's no way. 2 days later, I'm scrolling, and I see on the fucking news, fucking air dryers in the bathroom spray shit particles all over your hands when you use them.
Listen, man. If niggas just listen to me, we'd all be where we need to be, bro.
I thought it was a joke, man. I was like, man,
I
get
don't play
the
about
fuck out
shit
of
particles.
here, man. Like, all right, dude, man, get out of here, man. 2 days later, man, a day later, I seen this shit on the news, man. I couldn't believe it. Like, so, needless to say, I've been walking out of public restrooms dripping sauce.
Drip dry. You got to air dry, bro. Because if you use the paper towels, you're just hurting the environment. And if you use that air dryer, you're blowing shit on your hands.
And then you're going to go eat in the fucking food court if
Right.
you're at the mall.
Right.
Some
You
wild
probably
shit.
You probably about to go eat. So, do yourself a favor and air dry.
And you nasty motherfuckers don't say, yeah, that's why I don't wash my hands. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands in the bathroom, bro.
let
I
'em
just told you
drip
there's
dry.
shit. There's shit particles in the bathroom. They're all over you, my nigga.
Drip dry.
Wash your hands. But other than that, bro, we out of here.
Peace.